Thank you very much for coming and sharing both my cousin Mark and my uncle Wilfred's celebration of their lives here today. I've come from London on behalf of my mother, Annette Smith, Wilfred's sister and gay sister. Unfortunately, my mum has suffered for years with arthritis and she's in too much pain to be able to make the flight. But I spoke to her yesterday and again today, and she said, Juliette, as the days go by, I have deeper and deeper regrets that I was unable to make the flight and join with everyone in the celebration of their lives. I have to tell you that there will be people here with heightened emotions that may feel that they haven't been mentioned personally by my mother's eulogy. But knowing my mother as well as I do, you have to accept that it is not on purpose. She wrote the eulogy 5 times, so I would like to share it with you all. Eulogy for Wilfred Julian by Annette Smith. I am sorry that I am unable to be at Wilfred and Mark's memorial service, but my thoughts and love will be with all the family and friends. Wilfred and I kept in touch for years with each other by letters and telephone calls. We reminisced about our lives from childhood in Grenada to our old age. Wilfred attended the GBSS and left to go to Wycliffe College, a public school in England. He excelled academically and also at sport, particularly cricket and swimming. The school was, and still is, in the Cotswolds, a very beautiful part of Gloucestershire, and it was there, with his love of the countryside, that he went on to see more of the beauty of England. Many years later, on a visit to the family in England, he went with Peter and Debbie, my son and daughter-in-law, to the New Forest, famous for its beauty and its ponies. That visit encompassed 3 enjoyable things for him: the forest, the ponies, and the country pub. Wilfred loved animals, every kind of animal, and every kind of bird. Gay will remember that as children, she, Paula, Wilfred and I, at Pointsea, would roam around the estate all day and enjoy the beach and swimming. At the end of the day, no matter how tired Wilfred was, he would never come to the house before seeing to the animals, rubbing down the horses in the stables, giving the donkeys and the other animals food and water. Many years later, when living at Pointsea, he had a pet cow whom he called Whitey, and who almost took up residence with him. He would talk to Whitey, and his friends from Callie's village would say to him, Mr. Julian, as if that cow understand you. One day he going to talk back to you. Wilfred returned to Grenada after his schooling in England and joined W.E. Julian and Company Limited, the family firm, for a few years. He and Jean had 5 children: Patty, Michael, Mark, Stephen, and David. But very sadly, Stephen died as a young child. which was devastating for the family. In 1980, Wilfred and Sandra went to live in Florida, settled in Miami, and there had a beautiful and loving family, Samantha, Shelley, and Stephen. When Wilfred was in his 60s, he went back to study, and at university was one on the Dean's list in political science. At Florida University, he got a B.A. in history, and in 2002 taught English and history at Miami-Dade College. Unfortunately, the following year, he had an accident and could not continue teaching. Nevertheless, he helped his grandchildren with their homework regularly. He was an intellectual, an avid reader in all subjects, interested in world politics and sport, and excelled in the written word. His letter writing could not be faulted for its context, content, and grammar. My children, Juliette, Peter, and Philip, were always greatly impressed with Uncle Wilfred's letters. Sandra tells me he was very practical in the house and taught us some of his skills. They both loved gardening, and for some time, Wilfred was a landscape gardener. He survived 2 heart attacks, which curtailed some of his activities, but he was always there for his grandchildren. Sandra told me of the day that she came home from work and saw Wilfred and all the grands gathered around the kitchen counter. They were gently trying to give a tiny little bird some water from a small spoon with kindness, love, and compassion. Wilfred will be missed by his large family, Sandra, Patty, Michael, David, Samantha, Shelley, Stephen, Michelle, Andrew, Oscar, and by his grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Sadly, Denmark's untimely death was devastating to Wilfred. He felt he could not cope without life without Mom, and with his ill health. Wilfred is back in his beautiful Grenada, and with his beloved Mom, in peace and love.